welcome back to my craft room. This is probably going to be part 2, maybe, or, you know, a separate part for my movement in my craft room. I'm now starting on my Stampin' Up! Stamps. So this is so weird to me, you guys. For so many years, I've kept them separated by current versus retired that it feels very overwhelming to just put all of these together. So these are all of the ones that I have right now. Now I do have a section that I have under here in this thing. And all of those are ones that I'm going to get rid of. I'll sell. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go through here and decide what I want to keep versus what I'm going to sell to get rid of. So I have most of them there. I've taken them off this shelf and then I'm working on taking them off here. Now what's left up here are my Christmas ones, and I pretty much keep all of my Christmas ones. So I'm thinking I need to do a section that is just Christmas. I mean, I have them broke up like that's just Christmas, and then that's Christmas, and then that's backgrounds. So obviously this is going to get reorganized. I have most of my punches over here. I am going to do a skim through of punches. Like I already see, just standing here, I see a few that I'm not interested in keeping. I really want to I want to keep what I'm going to use. Basically, that's the thing that I am trying to get at. So up here are my alphas. So those are Stampin' Up! Alphabets. And then I have a couple other sets in the containers that have just the black and white paper. And then in here, I also have alphas. They are larger alpha sets. And that actually works out fine for that. I think I'm going to keep that like that. I also started shifting my ink pads around a little bit. I know it's pretty bright. Just to see how that was going to look. I don't think I'm going to go up any higher. I don't think I'll purchase any more Stampin' Up! Ink pads. So I think it's going to be fine. Like I would have to buy too many to get all of my Stampin' Up! Ink pads up here. Like they wouldn't even fit there that way. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this. Leave my neutrals there and I think it'll be fine. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. So that's the other thing that I've started to do. So let's get started. And then I think I'll do a separate video about my 6x6 paper, which is under here. I think that needs to be a separate video because I'm not sure what I have. So I shifted some things away from here, out these spots right here. This is where my magazines used to be. So now I have my laptop stand, and then these are some idea books. And then I have my small, and actually this could probably fit in the basket. Oh, look at that. And then I could just pull that basket out. And then I still have room there. So then I have room here. I'm going to have room all here because I'm going to shift these into different containers. This is all of my scrap cardstock from Stampin' Up! It's still organized the way I had it organized. I just put it in this bin and then stuck it right here. And then I have a few other ones that are cleaned out. So I'm going to just shift to this. This is really, I am purging some stuff. Obviously, I'm getting rid of some stuff. But most of all, it's just shifting so that everything that I need to create is in this spot. That's my main purpose. So I still have all of this stuff over here that needs to, all that stuff needs to be gone through and put away or, recycled or given away. There's several of these containers that are empty. So that's really great. So I don't know. Overall, I feel like I'm making progress. It's just really been about shifting some things over so that the way I'm grabbing things now, it's just a little bit different. So yeah, so let's get started with the stamps. All right, let's chat about what's happening. So I have punches up here, and that's fine. These are background stamps, that's fine. I scanned through all of those, and then starting here and going through here are gonna be all regular stamp sets, like not holiday. Then I have a little decorative thing there. And then I have this empty piece here. And then this is all Christmas. And then down here. So this is where I'm at. I know right here at the end, I'm going to do the stamp sets that I have from Stampin' Up! That I'm going to put in sleeves like this, that are clear photopolymer stamps. I actually think all the ones that I have will just go right there, which will be great. For a brief moment, I'll show you over here. So these are all the ones that I have that are just in sleeves. And then these need to be taken out of the containers and put into sleeves. And then I've already started doing that. And that is to save space. And then I'm going to put all of my close to my heart ones in these and put them here. Now, I know you may be thinking, but you cleared off the stamps from here. And like, why are you, clearing off all your Stampin' Up! Ones and putting them there and then putting close to my heart? Literally, it's just because of the way things fit. So I know by putting all my Stampin' Up! Ones there, except the ones that are in the sleeve, like they don't have a spine because they're just in a sleeve. The Stampin' Up! Ones, they're printed on the spine. That's hard to see. See, they're printed on the spine. So I can actually, while I'm sitting right here, I can actually see what I have. Now, the close to my heart ones are in these containers, which I love, like there's these sleeves. However, this is so much wasted space. Like the thing I hate about close to my heart stamps is the way that they come, because they're odd. It's like they don't fit on, like it wastes so much space if you put them on a cube. Editing Tina here to say this sounds so ridiculous with all of the news that came out. If you have not heard, Close to My Heart is going out of business, and they are in some shape or form. They are going to be hopefully maybe merging with Stampin' Up! Nothing's finalized. I don't really know anything more than that. But it is so funny that here I am. I had no idea that was happening when I was filming this earlier this week. And here I am so frustrated over the way that their stamps come. And guess what? It's not going to matter because they're going to come just like Stampin' Up! Stamps come now. So I don't know. It feels comical watching myself be so frustrated at this. And it's literally not even a thing anymore. So that just goes to show you things can change on a drop of a hat. So don't mind my rant over the Close to My Heart stamps and the way they come. And let's all just try to get through all of the things together. At the spot where I was like, I have a ton of these clear ones. What if I put all of my Close to My Heart stamps in those clear ones, and then they can be filtered here, and then I'll actually be able to use them, and then I won't be wasting so much space, because regardless of how big or small your space is, I think it's really important to utilize the space that you have. So it doesn't matter that I can spread out because my space is bigger. I still want to utilize the space. And I love this setup. I love my cubes. I love how all of this works. I just want it to work better. Now, like, same thing with Ali Edwards stamps. They actually work really well here. It doesn't waste a ton of space. I mean, it does a little bit, but that space is actually nice when I'm like pulling things out and looking. And I have quite a bit of room that I could grow. And one of my favorite things to get from Ali Edwards are these stamps. So I actually think this works out better, and I'm just going to leave it like this. I just made these dividers with letter stickers and the chipboard pieces that come out of designer paper. And I'm pretty familiar with Ali Edwards products as far as like what I have. I know I have a pretty good memory. So I know, I know there's a saver stamp set. I know that there's a transition set, this and that set. Like I pretty much know my product. So I'm shifting stuff around on this shelf. That's what I'm doing now, and taking all of those things out of the containers and getting them into sleeves. And then I might have to rework a little bit of this, but this is all the stuff that I pulled out that I'm going to put in the like sell pile. So quite a bit of things, quite a bit of punches, quite a few stamp sets. I don't care if they're current or not. Again, I'm shifting from looking at my product as current and retired. I'm just looking at it as I want it and use it, or I won't. The only thing that I thought about for one moment doing was organizing the ones that are in the sleeve by like putting all my flowers together. And then doing something like I have with my Allie Edwards stamps, where I have a divider and it's like, oh, those are my flower ones. Those are food ones. Though I might do that later in time, but right now I'm like, I just need to stay focused and get things where they need to be. The only thing that I'm really, really hung up on are my sentiment sets. So these are all sentiment sets. All of them. So I don't know if I want to keep them or not, because I don't really plan on making cards. It's not my thing. It's not the thing that I love. So I might like keep a few sentiments. Like I was thinking if I kept like picking one of these cubes and being like, that's as many sentiment sets as I can keep, and then having one spot. I don't care if my Stampin' Up! Is mixed with my Close to My Heart. That's not the point. Yes, all of my Stampin' Up! Is over here out of convenience and it's the way it fits, but I don't care about mixing it. I have Allie Edwards on here. I have Concord and Ninth on here. Like, that's not the point. The point is that I can utilize it. So maybe I will pick one of the cubes and that's the sentiments I will keep, and then I will just keep my favorites. Maybe it would make sense to put it right here. So I will share with you when I figure that out, but that's the only thing that I'm looking at this and I'm like, that's a lot of sentiments and nowhere to put them. I also in the past have combined sentiment sets, and I might do that as well. I don't know. I just know that changing over my Close to My Heart is going to be a really big project. I would like to get that done today. So, and I'm running out of time. So let's keep going. All right. This right here is where I put my sentiments. So this is what I kept out of my just regular sentiments. And then these have like my Misty like squares. I could put them in with my Misty, but I don't know. It's fine. These two things are fine. And then these are some dies, set of specific rectangle dies. And then these two stamp sets will be gone eventually. They're not ones I'm keeping, but they're current right now, and I want to keep them through the end of the catalog. And then once the catalog, I just might need them for a couple upcoming projects that I'm going to need to do. So I put those there. Here is the way my shelf turned out, and I'm pretty happy with it. I have all of my punches over there now that I'm keeping. Even my circle punches, which I use, those are probably the punches I use the most, but I think it makes more sense to have all of the punches over there together. And then right there will be the rest of these. I just need to put them in sleeves. I've taken them out of the cases. I just need to put them in the sleeves, and then I'll stick them up there, and that will be fine. I have a little space right there, and I don't know, that looks a little weird. But so I might shift things around, but basically that's all of the things that are going to go on that shelf, and that's perfect. That's what's left of my stone wrap. So that's just like specialty wrapping paper. And eventually that will dwindle and then it won't be there anymore. So here's the container of all the stuff that I am putting in my stuff to sell eventually. And then this is some stuff that I need to clean up. So the thing that I'm doing next is I'm moving on to my Close to My Heart stamps. I'm going to take all of these apart and put them in containers like this, and then put them back up on my shelf. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, this is a perfect example of why I'm doing this. This whole set that only fits in this basket, that wastes a bunch of space, every single place I try to organize it, all of these fit right in here. I might put decorative paper in these to make them funner. Or I might take and stamp all the images out. I don't know. Right now, it's just functional. Like, I'll be able to pull these out and look at them. But that is a perfect example. Probably all of these is going to fit in one spot on my shelf. And then it's just going to, for organizational purposes, it's going to be so much better. And then like this, I didn't even have to put it, like I didn't have to put it on the case. I just took it out in its clear packaging and I put it in here. And then already I'm feeling so much better about this. So I'm going to do this with all of these sets, and then we'll put them on the shelf and see how they look. Okay, already I'm feeling so much better about this. It is a really tedious job taking all of these and breaking them down. However, they're going to be great up here. So this is how many I've done so far. I've got to get some more clear cases down. And then so, you know, it's not the easiest to see what is in here. So I realized as I was doing this, that was going to be something that bothered me. So I am keeping all of these sleeves, and I do have these like transparencies that have the stamp part printed on them. And I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but it's going to be really tedious. And that's, again, not the focus. The focus is just to get these broke down and on the shelf. And I think that's going to work. I think that all the ones I have will end up fitting up here, honestly. So that's going to be fine. So I'm just going to keep at that. I've saved all of my cases over the years. I have a ton of them. In fact, I just ended up having a bunch more and I almost got rid of them, and I'm glad I didn't because they're going to work perfect for this. So as soon as that's done, that will be perfect. And then you can see that, sorry, the sun's coming through, but that's going to clear up so much room. And again, I'm trying to get everything over here that I'm crafting with. So there's still a big mess over here, but again, that's just not my focus today. Today is really just shifting things over, and I'm really happy with the progress. I do need to clean up my album shelf a little bit, just fix a few things and shuffle things around a little bit. But honestly, I'm really, really very happy with this progress. So I'm just going to get some more stamp cases down, and I'm going to start getting everything transferred over. That is another tip for you, is when you're doing something that is a bit of a bigger project like this, break it down. So my only goal right now is to just get all of my stamps in the right place. They don't have to be perfect. I don't have to micro organize anything like I probably will with my close to my heart ones. I'll break them up so all the alpha stamps are together and all of the like camera ones are together. Like I definitely will do all of that, but that's not the goal today. The goal today is just to get everything in the right place, and then I can go from there. All right, let's take a look at where we're at. So all I have left for the close to my heart stamps are these here. There's this one, which is a random one, but all of these are my month ones. So it's January, February. All of those are going to go right here. It's enough to fit all of them. So that's perfect. So I'll have my month stamps here. Perfection. So then all of those close to my heart sets basically fit right in here. Amazing. The alphabet stamps I'm going to put up there, and I'm going to do them different. I'll show you that once I get to that place. But that's where they're going to go. So I have this left for my Concord and Ninth inks. And then this is this is Concord and Ninth stamp sets. So that's fine. This is Ollie Edwards. My sentiments are down here. Perfection. Everything Stampin' Up is going to fit over there. That's great. My punches, perfect. I have some stuff that I have to pick up here. I still need to just straighten that up, but I'm going to have to quit for the day because it's getting late. And then the next video that you're going to see is going to be what I'm going to do with all of my 6x6 paper. I have some empty organizers here. I'm going to move. I'm probably not going to use this shelf anymore for 6x6 paper, but all of this is my 6x6 paper, and we're going to do that next. And then I just have a few items on the desk. I know it looks crazy, but really, this is like a lot of stuff that just needs to be put. I found close to my heart dies that were in the stamp sets. They're going to go with dies, and I'm going to move everything over so that everything is the same, which is another tip I have for you, is if you can make all of my dies are going to be in the same system. So it doesn't matter, really, honestly, for me and the space that I'm in, it does not matter what brand anything is. I want everything to be like uniformed. Like I want everything to match. So those dies there, they all need to be put away, and I just either need to move them to new die sheet, like magnetic sheets or whatever, and then filed in my system. I have a whole video on how that system works. Nothing about that is changing. It's all staying right there, and my die cut machine is there. So then there's this madness over here of a lot of stuff that I have to get rid of, go through, get returned to the post office. I found more shipping boxes, get returned to the post office, that kind of thing. But really that's just about taking the stuff to the post office, throwing the stuff away. That's all stuff I'm going to sell, which is down the road. So even though it looks crazy, it's not really crazy. I feel like I've done really great in this space. So what's next will be my 6x6 paper, that little area there, and then my album shelf. And really that'll be it. I will definitely micro organize the close to my heart sets a little bit better. That's going to be for another day, because the main point is to get everything moved over there. The point of it all is not for it to be perfect at the end of the day, right? So over here, oh, I probably should move all of that. I can probably move over there too now. And then I also have under there clear now, which is awesome. So we'll go ahead and wrap this video up here. It'll probably be part 2. And then we'll do a part 3 of wrapping everything up and getting the desk clean, doing the 6x6 paper, moving some of this stuff around and filling in the blanks. And that'll be perfect. So I will catch you in my next video. Thank you so much for checking out my video today. Here on the screen are 2 other videos that you can check out. If you liked these videos, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I hope that you're having a wonderful day, and I will catch you later this week with another video. Have a wonderful day, everyone.